Well, well, I just wanted to get on here for a little bit with you guys. Just wanted to get on here a little bit early this morning to have a little conversation. A lot of people have the title is you can say it's about a Lamborghini, but it's really not. It's a mentality. Having a Lamborghini goal is basically giving yourself choices in life that you can go out if you choose to. You can go out and buy one if you want to. If you wanted to. It's really about having goals and following through with them no matter what your naysayers may say. Because there's people that do not like you, and it doesn't matter what you do, what you say. None of that matters at all. They've already made the choice. They're going to be against you no matter what. No matter what your stance is. Doesn't matter. So you can't waste your time worrying about what this person think, what that person think. Because the end result, they're all not going to like you at all. That's just the way it is. And that's cool. The world is not gonna wait for anybody anyway. I just seen, and I'm not sure if it's the same story or not, but I just seen a story where a passenger passed away on an airplane, and the flight crew was trying to figure out, what we're gonna do, and what they ended up doing was basically they asked this couple, I don't even think they asked them, they might have asked them after they had already placed the woman in a seat next to them and put a blanket over her. And then they told the couple, whisper to them what was going on. They might even told them to go to the back. I'll probably do a story about it later, but I had to talk about this right now. They basically put the lady on the seat, put a blanket over her, and that was it. It's like everybody else went on with their day. A lot of people that was on that flight at the time, they probably didn't even know about it until after it was done. The world just kept going on, and like everybody that has had people pass away in their lives, people they cared about, loved ones, this and that, it's gonna be the same way when we go. Like, yeah, people will be sad, at that moment in time, but overall, the world is going to go on. So while you're here, you might as well find something that motivates you and have the highest goals that you can possibly have, the highest goals you can imagine. go for it, you know? A lot of people are so distracted. So distracted in what's going on in the world today. And they let it get them to a point where they start worrying about what everybody else is doing. And this has nothing to do with calling people out on doing just, you know, doing the dumbest shit that you can imagine. This don't have nothing to do with that. Because all of us all know, the world is full of just crazy, I don't know what happened to society when you really think about it. I mean, it's like just the lack of common sense is like, where has it gone? Just basic common sense just went right down the toilet. Like, I'm up early in the morning on some early bird shit. For some strange reason, I just couldn't. I don't know. I just couldn't sleep. Woke up early, so jumped on here to do a little something. And it's like, so you are up early with Gen X Media. This is your wake up call. Get your coffee, have a seat, so I don't have to put this on repeat. But yeah, that's crazy. There's so much nonsense going on. And I was going to do a video about LeBron approaching Stephen A. But it's like, I don't even want to do a whole video on that. But my thoughts on that, it's like, dude, how old is Stephen A? Like 57 years old, something like that? 60? He might be in his 60s. Like, all right, Brown, what you gonna do? You gonna fight him? You gonna punch him? You ain't gonna do nothing, man. Just all that extra stuff you doing. And it's crazy because it's like, man, bro, you the one told everybody. You the one told everybody that Bronny was better than a lot of players in the league. He's better than a lot of players on your team. He could get rotational minutes on your team. You said that. You basically told your teammates that, man, they ain't shit. They can be replaced with your son. And now that everybody see that he can't play, now you want to get all up in your feelings and get, all overprotective and, don't be talking about my son. Leave my son out of this. And it's crazy. Your mom did the same thing to you when when you first got in the league, a little scuffle you got into, and she was tried to run on the court or whatever. And you got mad at her. Like, no, sit down. Sit your ass down. Yeah. Some of us remember that. She tried to save you. Mama's boy. Mommy coming to save me. No, Mommy. No. You can't do that. You're making me look bad. Well, you making Bronny look worse than he already looks. He's a grown man. He can fend for himself. He can talk and speak for himself. deep down inside, he probably know he don't belong in the NBA. He probably know that. He doing that for you. And it's kind of sad because somebody who really deserved to be in the league, like Quincy Olivari, he just basically got railroaded and shoved to the side, like he was a piece of trash. Because you wanted to shoehorn your son in a position he didn't deserve. And as a professional basketball player, criticism and critique comes with that profession. Your grown adult son should have known that, because you, being in the league 22 years, you should have prepared him for that so that you won't have to be a helicopter daddy taking up for his son at every turn and every critic that wants to say something. That's your fault. But, you know, it is what it is. He's been a prima donna his whole career. Attention grabber. You know, looking where the cameras are at. You wasn't that heated with Stephen A. You mad about something else. You don't want to be the face of the league. Yeah, okay. When did that start? I can't tell. Now, all of a sudden, you not the face. You don't want to be the face of the league. Why? Because the spotlight is on you now. All the flopping, all the turnovers. You know, you call yourself the GOAT, but if that was the case, you'd be like, since I'm the GOAT, I ain't got nothing else to prove. You'd have been retired. But see, deep down inside, you know you're not the GOAT. That's why you keep playing. I'm going to do something MJ never did. I'm going to do something Kobe never did. I'm going to play in the NBA with my son. That's all that was about. And on a side note, you still ain't better than Kobe, let alone Mike. But that's neither here nor there. The world goes on. A lot of y'all had people in your lives that you thought you couldn't live without. You go through them passing away, then you go to the funerals, and you're gonna be hurt. You're gonna have all kinds of emotional pain and stuff like that, because it's gonna hurt. It's human nature. They'll always be on your mind. They'll always be with you. And then you too will move on with your life. Every now and then they'll pop up in your mind. You'll have, a memory of them that'll pop up in your mind, and you'll lean back, some smiles, and when you're by yourself, you might have some cries and stuff. And when all is said and done, you still got to get back out there and grind and execute your plan, like whatever your plan is. Like, goal, plan, execute in that form. And then when you get to the finish line, you create a new finish line and do it again. Rinse and repeat over and over and over and over again until infinity. Until the day comes when you're no longer here. But at least when you were here, you did something. You tried something. You made a goal for yourself. You created a plan to reach that goal. And then you executed that plan in order to get to that goal. Kind of like a well oiled machine mentally. And if you're doing right by yourself, you'll get there no matter what. This race, this marathon you're walking in, running in, jogging in, sprinting in, because you got to be able to switch gears at any given time based on the situation. Just like a marathon. Some parts of the marathon, your pace is gonna be higher. Other times it's gonna be lower, just so you can be even keeving all the way through. And even though in a marathon, usually you are competing with other people, but overall, marathon runners, if you ask them, they just want to make sure they finish the race. All that training they did to build up their endurance, they want to make sure they finish the race. So even within a marathon, and even though they're competing against other people in a marathon, they're also competing with themselves mentally and physically, because their personal goal is, no matter what, finish the race. It's the same way as goals in your life, whether it's financial, whether it's physical, doesn't matter. Same thing. Pacing yourself, you are running your own individual race. Yes, you have to be willing to compete. You have to be very competitive. It's a very competitive world. America is a very competitive country. So that should naturally be in everybody if you're really trying to do something. You know, but try not to look to your left and your right too often, to the point where you're distracting yourself by, oh, look at what this person is doing. Look at what that person is doing. Now, why am I not here at this stage in my efforts? Why are they so much farther along than me? Why this? Why that? It's that word why. That's the equivalent of the word can't. Why is this? I can't do this. No. Eliminate that from your vocabulary. Don't worry about why they're where they are. You just execute your plan. Put the blinders on and go forward. Because we're all in the same marathon. And we all need to put our blinders on and go forward, no matter what. Consistently, persistence, every day, all day, any day. Now, us regular folk out here with Ghini goals, and what a Ghini goal basically is I went, like I said a little earlier, it's not the car itself. The car is basically a metaphor for it. Because a lot of people don't like Lamborghinis. They might want something else. They might want a Wraith. They might want a Ferrari or or Porsche Taycan or something like that. Everybody got their own preferences. The point of Ghini goals, basically, is putting yourself in a position financially to where, well, if I wanted to, I could go cop that. And that's where the choices come in. But instead of copping that, I'm going to cop this or I'm going to cop that. But if I wanted to, I could go to a lot and buy a Ghini if I wanted to. And that's basically the whole point. Giving yourself the choice and flexibility to do whatever you want. As far as you can buy whatever you want, whenever you want. And a lot of times, you look at people that are in that position financially, once they get there, they realize, well, now that I'm in this position, certain things I thought I wanted, I really don't even want anymore. But they accomplish their goals to get in that part of status to where you can do that if you want to. And that's the whole thing. Giving yourself that choice, flexibility. Like, yeah, you know what? If I wanted to go out there and buy a Ferrari, I could do that. But nah, I don't feel like it. Maybe Tuesday I'll be feeling different. Maybe Saturday I'll be feeling different. You know? And a lot of these cats been rich so long, they done forgot what it's like to, like Lebron. It's like you just bully footing people that really deserve that position just to shoehorn your son in. And then you don't want him to have the same criticisms that other professional NBA players have. Come on, man. That's not real life. That's not the real world. You've been living in a bubble a little too long. But, this video is not going to have any structure or anything like that. I'm just winging it right now. Because I've been seeing that story, that LeBron story, like all over the internet, And it's like, man. And it's crazy because LeBron and his nepotism move basically put a monkey wrench in Quincy Olivares' Ghini plans. His Ghini goals was temporary derailed because I think he gonna get on eventually. He gonna get on, and I can't wait for the day. I don't know what team he going. I don't know if the Lakers still own his rights and stuff like that. But he gonna get on the court sooner or later, and he gonna prove that he belongs in the NBA, and it's gonna be more scrutiny on LeBron and what he did. And I'm starting to think and feel like he's being blackballed, and he didn't do anything wrong other than be a better basketball player than LeBron's son. That was his only crime. Picture that. Being good at a job that you worked your whole life for, only to have it taken away, your opportunity taken away because somebody wanted to puts somebody less qualified in the position. And people want to compare it to the regular 9 to 5 corporate life. Oh, it happens all the time and this and that. Man, that's a bunch of nonsense. You can go fly a kite with that, because the NBA is not like every other job. Because if it was, then every other job will have multi-millionaire employees and be on TV all the time. So nothing is the same, nothing is similar. So when people make that comparison, it's just the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. Every time I hear it, I just think to myself, wow, people are really reaching, trying to justify what LeBron did. And it's crazy. It's like it's like y'all worship elitism. You worship the 1%, don't you? You wish you were in that club. You wish you were in that bloodline. It's like, come on, even a blind man could see. I would say Stevie Wonder, but hey, I got questions. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, anybody could see. Just running my mouth. Anybody up right now? 6 o'clock. Anybody up? Y'all getting up? Y'all on your way to work? Get that money. It's crazy how the last 4 years, we've been lied to and gaslit as far as how good the economy was, how good the job market was. Joe Biden would get on a podium and talk about, oh, we've created this many new jobs and this and that. Come to find out, they were just recycled jobs, seasonal jobs, and temporary jobs. And then annually, when they're recycled, you say the same thing. But wait a minute, you're talking about the same jobs. You're not creating any new jobs. What are you talking about? But CNN and MSNBC jump right into bed with them, like, oh yeah, we created all these new jobs and the economy's great. Now all of a sudden y'all saying it's not so great. Oh, it's Trump's fault. How's that even possible? He ain't even been in office 2 months. What are you talking about? Hasn't even been 2 months. How are you blaming him for this economy? How are you blaming him? How are you blaming Trump for eggs and high groceries and stuff like that? How is that his fault? He only been in office 2 months. Not even 2 months. Oh, so you've been gaslighting us for 4 years, talking about how good and great the economy is, and now all of a sudden it's not? So, and everybody, it's so blatant to see right now. It's like, even if the economy is bad, the president is incompetent, the vice president is incompetent, even if they don't know what they're doing, the mainstream media are willing to tell the people that everything is fine. The president, vice president, they're doing great. They have a great economy. Because you like them, so you're going to say that. But if you don't like them, then you're going to attack them no matter what they do. If Trump had a great economy, everything's going great, a lot of new jobs being created, Nice jobs they're paying good, paying a nice living wage, just things is going smooth. Food prices are down, gas prices are down. Everything's going in a direction it's supposed to go in. If that was to start to happen, the mainstream media would be like, they'll do whatever they can to take the credit away from Trump. I kid you not. They would even go as far as saying, "Hey, well, that's just remnants of the Biden uh economy. Trump is living off of what Biden did." So anything good that happens in the economy has nothing to do with Trump and what he did. No, no, no. But everything bad, oh yeah, that's definitely Trump's fault. And a lot of y'all don't recognize and realize the play that's being played on y'all. It's like the Democrats and the media, if you put it in the parameters of football, it's like they're running a flea flicker every play. And you fall for it every play. A lot of y'all fall for the flea flicker every play. Like, wait a minute, how is it they're doing it on first down, second down, third down, and y'all always falling for it? Sometimes, it only takes one time because they score a touchdown on you. That's how wishy-washy y'all brains have become. Good Lord. This is another reason why having Ghini goals is a very good thing. So you can separate yourselves from people that think like that, from people that follow those kinds of media outlets that give out that kind of one-sided bias commentary on what they claim is the news, but it's really 100% opinion and feelings, has nothing to do with facts, data, numbers, none of that. It has everything to do with, you know what, we hate this one man so much. It doesn't matter. If Jesus himself came down here and somebody tried to harm Jesus and Trump threw himself in front of Jesus to shield and protect him and ended up passing away because of it, y'all would still say it was his fault. Well, if Trump wasn't there, maybe they wouldn't have tried to do that to Jesus. Just where does it stop? When does it end? And it's gotten to the point where I be reading some stuff on Facebook and I just be thinking to myself, for some people that I know, used to know, it's like, if all I had was the comments that you made online, I would swear you was just a bot or a NPC. Just, I would have a hard time believing that you were a real person. Because you're definitely not a serious person. I would have a hard time believing you're an actual person. Some of the shit y'all say, especially when it came to this last election cycle, I was like, oh my God, you really think like that? Now, I don't know, maybe over the years, I had my set of blinders on too. Maybe I didn't notice at the time. Maybe I just, maybe I looked at it like, whatever. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Cause to hear some of the stuff y'all say now and some stuff I'm reading, the comments y'all make, I just lean back and shake my head like what is going on? Can somebody please explain to me what is going on? For real. And I've just come to the conclusion that, man, some of y'all just. This is why a lot of these companies, we finding out a lot of these companies, whether it's music or no, I'm not sure about YouTube, but they probably have felt, yeah, YouTube too. As a matter of fact, music, YouTube, because a lot of music artists, they had their music on YouTube, like with the Kendrick and Drake beef. Come to find out, a lot of bots were being used to push Not Like Us over and over and over. So, we've all suspected, as far as like regular radio back in the day, songs that didn't even sound that great for some reason got a lot of play on the radio. And they might not have had the technology back then to have like bots per se, but it was rigged back then too. And now with more technology, more AI, I think a lot more bots are being used to push traffic, to push whatever agenda is being used. So you have people that, now like with the music, like Spotify had took down, I don't know, what was it, like over 50 million streams from Meg Thee Stallion, because they found out she was using bots and stuff like that. But see, what's starting to come out is, when it comes to marketing, a lot of people that have had good to great marketing teams, they've all used bot type, the bot influence. So the technology might have been different, but it was probably other ways to bot your music, bot your movies, to make it think that it's better than it is. Which, from a marketing standpoint, okay, if people think, this advertisement is constantly in my face over and over and over, let me see what it's about. So now your support has been added to the count. And then it turns into a snowball rolling downhill, and then eventually that song, that movie, or whatever starts to pick up momentum on its own. And a lot of things is wrapped up like that. That's one of the reasons why YouTube be so strict on that. Like, now we can't be having, no, you content creators, we can't be having y'all mess with bots. But I understand that though. So in music, you don't really know if you eliminate the bots and they actually got to stand on the merit of their music. A lot of people has been trash over the years. You know what I'm saying? Just like the opinions of these Trump deranged individuals online, who some of them got to be bots. I mean, at this point, it's like, if I don't know you in person, if I've never met you, I'm kind of weary. Do you actually exist? I'm starting to question that now. Like, some of these people, I don't think they real at all. So when I be online or whatever, especially with Facebook. A lot of people don't even use Facebook no more, but they are the worst. You gotta, somebody say something slick to you, go straight to their profile. If it's a bunch of circles and stuff like that, nah, I ain't wasting my time with this. It's obviously a bot account. So that's how Mark Zuckerberg got Facebook off the ground, huh? Using bots to create fake traffic to make people think Facebook was popping. And then real people get on there and interact with bots saying stupid stuff. All your data information, and now they can use AI to like see what kind of comments you usually make in certain situations on certain topics. Feed it to the bot, have the bot debate with you. You think you're debating with an actual person and you're not. It's a dirty game. It's a dirty game. And Twitter was doing that too before Elon Musk took over. So a lot of them a lot of them employees they could afford to not go in the office at all and, work from home 1 hour a week, 1 hour every 2 weeks, maybe. And then whenever they do go to the office, sit around playing badminton and Yahtzee and whatever the hell else on the company's dime. And then had the nerve, the audacity to get mad when Elon came in and cleaned all that fluff out. And now Twitter/X is running better than it has ever run. And he has way less employees. How does that work? The veil has been lifted. That's how that works. And this is why it's such a hubbub. See, they might have saw this coming with Doge and Elon. Trimming the fat off the government, off the waste, fraud, and corruption. Wasting taxpayer dollars. And when Elon Musk said out loud that he wanted to form Doge to eliminate all the unnecessary spending in government and get the budget down, that's when the left lost their mind. They started losing their mind with Twitter because I think they probably knew when Elon changed his stance more towards free speech, anti-censorship. That was Trump's ball yard right there because of the way Trump was banned from Twitter back in the day. And when Elon Musk came in against that, that's when they really started getting scared because I'm like, if that ideology starts to get steered towards government, oh my God, no more kickbacks. And, I can't put my hand in the cookie jar no more because I might get caught with my hand in the cookie jar. Yeah, y'all should get caught with your hand in the cookie jar because your hands ain't had no business being in it in the first place. So people want to ask, well, what do you think about what Elon is doing? Elon is the new president. We didn't elect Elon. None of you guys would care if Elon was overtly Democratic and you had a Democratic president. Because, Elon wouldn't be trimming the fat on the government if he was a Democrat and the presidential administration was democratically run. But if it was like that, y'all would love Elon. Y'all would be trying to pass laws to force everybody to buy Teslas. So get real. We see what y'all doing. Y'all peeping. Y'all trying to peek around the corner, but we see y'all around the corner. We see you. What I mean, it's like you put on a camouflage outfit and you think you're invisible, but I'm looking right at you. This is the equivalent of what the Democratic Party is doing right now. They're wearing fatigues thinking they're invisible while they stick their hands in people's pockets and take their money. Then when you grab them by their hand and be like, "What you doing?" They had this, it's the equivalent. They're looking at you like, "What? You mean you can see me?" Yes, yes, we can. We can see you now. Get your fucking hands out of my pocket. Man, that pick remind me. I need to get me another lava light. They don't even make them. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the big ones that you got to put on the floor, like the real big ones. Man, it's hard to find them joints now. The last one I had must have been kind of defected, cause it started out. It's supposed to be like red, and then like after about a month, it turned orange and shit. I was mad as hell and shit. Like, man, what the? Why is it orange? I didn't buy orange. But the green one was straight. Man, stayed green the whole time. It was lit. It's hard to find them big ones. I think the big one is like 27 inches. I think 27 inches high. It's heavy as man. It's heavy as shit too. But yeah, I think I might get me another one. I just thought about that looking at the pic that's on there. Y'all remember them old school TVs? At 12 o'clock, used to had a poltergeist screen on there. Cause first you see the yellow lines, and then after that, not the yellow lines, the lines with the multiple colors or whatever. Then you see that poltergeist screen. It's like, yeah, time to go to bed or do something else, but no more TV watching for you. Remember back in the day, it was like when we was kids and stuff, and you kind of know what channels was like the Playboy channel, whatever, but it'd be like squiggly, whatever, and you'd be trying to like, oh shit, there go a boob. Or, these little kids being mannish, like, oh, I think I saw a boob. You looking at squiggly lines, man, get out of here. That shit was funny. You thought you was the man if you had on TV. You got on TV? What color is your antenna? What color was our antenna? I think it was gold. I think let me see. It might have been gold. I'm not, because some people had a choice. You could have the silver one or the gold one. I think our antenna was gold. It's been so long. But yeah, we thought we was doing it back in the day. I was, what I'm saying? I used to look out the window, look at the antenna, like, yeah, we got on TV, and nobody else got it. Well, if you had on TV, would it mean you had like 2 extra channels or something? You got 2 extra channels, and everybody else got the regular, CBS, Fox, ABC. What was it back in the day? Channel 66. All my Illinoisans. What was it? Like it's like Channel 60. Was it 66 or before it was Channel 50? It was Channel 60. Something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time. It's been many, 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 many years. You either had the one antenna or the two antennas, or you got the coat hanger. Sometimes the coat hanger worked better than regular antenna did. I'd be like, damn. Okay, this coat hanger ain't working. Get a different one. Sooner or later, you get the right one, baby. Get a nice, clear picture. Only to watch the Bears lose. Except for in '85, them was great times right there. They was destroying teams. Like you did not want to play the Bears in '84, '85. Teams was literally scared to play the Bears. Like that defense, that 46 defense. Like, you know the rules were different back then. They wasn't protecting quarterbacks or nothing. You could ragdoll a quarterback back then. Face mask, what? That's part of the play. I mean, it was always a penalty, but there was a lot of times that, refs would conveniently not see and let somebody just get their head snatched off. Them was the days. That was football back then. And it's crazy because, the NBA technically isn't a contact sport. And it wasn't like football, but it was physical as shit back in the day. Hand checking like a man. The defense that they used to play in the NBA, they used to shut teams down. Like, if you could score points, it was, you had to actually execute an offense. Wasn't no just driving down the court and, okay, I got a wide open layup and a wide open dunk, but I'm going to pass it out for the three. See, the problem is you got too much of this sabermetric type nonsense BS in the NBA. Well, you got these little nerdy, dorky cats talk about, well, the percentages say if you shoot more threes than twos, then you're probably going to win because the percentage says that, you have more of a chance. The chance of you winning is greater if you shoot more threes. So just shoot a bunch of threes. Then you got this spineless commissioner, Adam Silver, that comes in. We want a more free-flowing offense. So you can't stare at your opponent too long or you're going to get a technical foul. Yeah, I'm talking like that on purpose. Y'all know why. We don't like all the physicality that David Stern had in his tenure as NBA commissioner. So we're going to make it more free flowing. We want to encourage more 3-point shots. You guys don't have to pay that dirty, grimy defense if you don't want to. Just stand out there and shoot threes whenever you get the chance. This is your new NBA. This is why it sucks. And this is why LeBron can never be the GOAT. He's playing in the cupcake era. He's not even goat cheese. He's more like a gyro. And it's crazy how they just want to completely erase Kobe's legacy like he never existed. Nah, we ain't going for that. We not going for that. Y'all trying to put LeBron up there by Mike, and he ain't even better than Kobe. Yeah, I said it, and I heard what Kai Cenat said. That bullshit he said. He don't know what the fuck he talking about either. You shouldn't even been on First Take. Your opinion is trash. You don't know nothing about basketball. Go have a seat in the corner. Get back on your stream and do whatever you do because you don't know shit about basketball. Nobody's taking you seriously. It's Jordan, Kobe, and then everybody else. Just like what Allen Iverson said. Jordan, Kobe, and then everybody else. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and conversate. Drop this video for y'all while I'm going through my insomnia moment. But just keep this one thing in mind. Having Ghini goals is always a great thing. Because the world waits for nobody. It's going to keep on spinning. It's going to keep on moving along, moving along. Same way it was doing when we're here, while we're here. It's going to be doing the same thing when we're all gone. And a new generation comes into play. And the cycle will continue over and over. But as long as you made a goal, made a plan, and then executed that plan, that's all you can ask for. Because during that process, you're going to figure out what works, what to do, what not to do. You're going to be able to pivot. If you're good at this, if you're great at something else, you'll be able to pivot. And sooner or later, you're going to find your flow. You're going to find your lane where you can just ride out in. And then once you find it, shit, stick the pedal through the floor of that bitch. And let it fly. And with that being said, this is Gen X Media 7. Thank you for coming out and enjoying the flow with your big bro. Hit the like button. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, this transmission is over.